What if I told you that the reason you're constantly overwhelmed isn't because you're weak or lazy, but because you're playing the wrong game? That most people are fighting stress with all the wrong tools, endless hacks, productivity apps, even distractions, without realizing there's a quieter, more powerful way to take back control, and it's been hiding in plain sight for over 2,000 years. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to walk away with a mindset so strong, stress won't stand a chance. Right now, we live in a world that never stops shouting. Notifications, deadlines, drama, constant comparisons. It's like we're stuck in a mental boxing ring and we keep getting punched. And every time we try to fight back, whether through venting, reacting, or chasing comfort, we just burn out faster. But here's where it gets interesting. What if the most powerful way to win this fight is to stop stepping into the ring at all? That's the essence of the Stoic mindset. Not passive, not cold, but deeply strategic, unshakable, almost invisible. Imagine being able to walk through chaos with total calm, to hear bad news and not flinch, to face uncertainty and stay centered. That's not a fantasy, that's a skill. And Stoicism is the ancient playbook that teaches exactly how to develop it. Let's start with something that sounds simple but hits deep. You are not your thoughts. Most people believe that stress comes from events. Your boss yelling at you, your partner being distant, your account balance dropping. But the Stoics taught that stress doesn't come from those events themselves. It comes from how we interpret them, from the meaning we attach. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Let that sink in, because if it's not the event, but your interpretation of the event, that means you have power. Even in chaos, even in pain, you can reclaim control over your internal world, no matter what's happening outside of you. But don't get this twisted. Stoicism isn't about becoming numb. It's about becoming selective. You don't react to everything, because not everything deserves a reaction. You don't fight every fire, because some fires die faster when you stop feeding them. Now here's a hard truth. Most people never admit most of our stress is self-generated. We rehearse arguments in our heads that never happen. We imagine worst-case scenarios that never come true. We stay angry at people who aren't even thinking about us. Seneca called this suffering, more in imagination than in reality. And he was right. Think about how many hours, days even you've spent worrying about things that never even happened. The Stoics had a tool for this. It's called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. It sounds dark, but it's not. It means imagining the worst, not to scare yourself, but to disarm it. Instead of being shocked when things go wrong, you're prepared, not panicked. You don't expect life to be easy. So when hardship shows up, you nod. You already saw it coming. Let's go deeper. One of the most stressful things we deal with is trying to control what we can't. People's opinions, their behavior, the economy, the past, the future. And every time we try to grip tighter, we only suffer more. But the Stoics drew a hard line in the sand between what's up to us and what's not. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, and one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, journaled to himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." And here's the key. When you give your energy only to what's inside that circle of control, your actions, your attitude, your decisions, you become unstoppable, because your peace is no longer held hostage by external chaos. Think about that. When you stop trying to win every argument, to be liked by everyone, to control outcomes you can't touch, you free up massive energy. Energy you can now use to sharpen your focus, deepen your discipline, and take powerful action. Here's where this gets even more practical. Let's talk about the daily moments, the traffic jam, the passive, aggressive email, the unexpected bill. The average person gets hijacked by these moments emotionally. But the Stoic asks a different question. Is this worth my peace? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. So instead of overreacting, they pause. They detach. Not out of indifference, but out of wisdom. They recognize that not every battle is worth fighting. Not every slight is worth addressing. Silence sometimes is the sharpest sword. But here's the part most people don't expect. Stoicism isn't just about enduring. it's about creating. The Stoic doesn't just retreat into calm, they use it as fuel. You're not just trying to survive the world, you're shaping it quietly, intentionally. When you stop reacting, you start responding. And when you respond with calm, you see clearly, you make better decisions, you speak with precision, you act with weight. That kind of presence, it's magnetic. People start trusting you more, following your lead. Because while everyone else is running in circles, you're still grounded, focused. But here's a truth no one talks about. Building this kind of mental strength isn't easy. It takes practice, it takes failure. You will mess up, you'll snap at people, you'll overthink, you'll spiral. But that doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're training. And that's the Stoic way. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about showing up every day and asking, what's in my control right now? And then taking action, calmly, deliberately, even if the world's on fire. One of the most underrated Stoic ideas is the concept of voluntary discomfort. They practice denying themselves comfort on purpose. Cold baths, skipping luxuries, walking barefoot. Not because they were masochists, but because they knew that if you train yourself to handle discomfort, when you choose it, you'll handle it better when you don't. So ask yourself, where can you practice discomfort? Maybe it's waking up early, having a hard conversation, saying no, delaying gratification. Every time you choose that, you build resilience, and every time you build resilience, you shrink stress's power over you. Let's not forget, Stoicism isn't about retreating from life. It's about engaging with it more wisely. It's about protecting your energy, so you can use it for what actually matters. Family purpose, growth service. The Stoics weren't just philosophers. They were warriors, leaders, kings. They understood stress because they faced it every single day, but they also learned how to stand above it. Quiet, unmoved. Imagine for a moment a life where stress doesn't own you, where you wake up grounded, where setbacks don't shake you, where you move through the world with a calm so steady, people notice. That's not fantasy. That's the result of practicing the Quiet Stoic Playbook. And maybe that's exactly what you've been missing. Not another tactic, not another app, but a mindset, a philosophy, a quiet strength that whispers instead of screams, and yet transforms everything it touches. So now, the question isn't whether life will throw chaos your way, it will. The question is, how will you meet it? Will you let it drown you, or will you rise above it, not with noise, but with quiet strength? Because true mastery over stress doesn't come from controlling the world. It comes from controlling the one thing you've always had power over: yourself. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need to react to prove you care. You don't need the world to slow down for you to find peace. It's already inside you, buried under the noise, waiting to be claimed. And if today's message resonated with you, if even one part made you pause and see your inner strength a little clearer, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs that stillness. Someone who's fighting battles you may never see. Let's make this quiet strength something contagious. And if you're ready for more of this, more calm in the chaos, more control in the storms, more philosophy that doesn't just sound good, but lives with you, then you know what to do. Stick around. This isn't just a video, this is a path, because life doesn't wait, but neither does your growth. Let's walk forward with discipline, with reason, and with a quiet mind.